Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to present my review and reflection on the game Call of Duty. Call of Duty is one of the most popular first-person shooter games in the world. It is known for its action-packed gameplay, realistic graphics, exciting missions, and competitive multiplayer modes. For this project, I spent time playing the game and evaluating it. I will describe the game, explain how I played it, evaluate it, discuss what I learned from it, explain whether it can be useful for learning English, and finally share my recommendation and overall opinion. Call of Duty is a military action game where players complete missions, fight opponents, and work individually or as a part of a team to achieve specific objectives. The game offers different modes, including multiplayer battles, team-based missions, and story campaigns. Players using different weapons, equipment, and strategies to complete challenges and win matches. One thing that makes the game unique is that every match feels different. Players must constantly adapt to new situations and think quickly to success. I mainly played the multiplayer mode. In this mode, I joined online matches and competed against other players from around the world. During gameplay, I had to work with the teammates, communicate effectively, and develop strategies to complete objectives. I learned how important teamwork is because winning often depends on cooperation rather than individual performance. I also spent time learning different maps and understanding the strengths and weakness of different weapons. As I gained more experience, I became better and making quick decisions and adapting to change situations. If I had to rate my interest in Call of Duty, I would give it 9 out of 10. The game is exciting, competitive, and highly engaging. Every match presents new challenges which keep players interested. Variety of maps, missions, and game modes prevent the game from becoming repetitive. The reason I did not give it a perfect 10 is because playing for very long periods can sometimes feel repetitive. However, overall, I enjoyed the experience very much. I would describe the game idea and teaming as terrific. The game focuses on military action, strategies, and teamwork and survival. Players must think critically, make quick decisions, and cooperate with teammates to achieve success. Because of these features, I consider the game concept creative, engaging, and effective. In my opinion, Call of Duty is most suitable for players aged 16 years old and older. The game contains combat themes and requires a certain level of maturity. Older teenagers and adults can better understand the game's objective and separate virtual gameplay from real-life situations. Therefore, I believe the game is appropriate for mature players who can enjoy it responsibly. I would classify Call of Duty as above average to very complex. The basic controls are simple enough for beginners to learn. New players can quickly understand how to move, aim, and complete objectives. However, becoming an expert player requires much more efforts. Players must learn advanced strategies, understand maps, layouts, choose the right weapon, and coordinate with teammates. This combination of simple basics and advanced skills makes the game challenging and rewarding. I would rate the instructions and rules as average and clear. The game provides tutorials and guidance that help new players understand the objectives and controls. Most of the rules are easy to follow. However, mastering advanced gameplay techniques takes time and practice. Experienced players often continue learning new strategies even after many hours of gameplay. Overall, the instructions are effective and help players get started quickly. I really found the game very engaging and multifaceted rather than boring and shallow. The game constantly introduces new situations that require quick thinking and adaptability. Players never knew exactly what will happen next, which creates excitement and suspicions. The teamwork aspect also increases engagement because players must cooperate and communicate with others to achieve success. Because of these features, the game remains interesting and challenging over time. One of the most valuable aspects of Call of Duty is that it taught survival useful skills. First, I learned the importance of a teamwork. Many objectives can only be completed successfully when. Second, I improved my decisions making skill during matches. Players often have only a few seconds to decide what actions to take. This taught me how to think quickly under pressure. Third, I learned that losing a match does not mean failure. Instead of that, it provides an opportunity to learn from mistakes and improve performance in future matches. For example, there were times when my team was losing badly. Instead of giving up, we changed our strategy, communicated more effectively, and managed to improve our performance. This experience taught me the importance of adaptability and determination. The game also improved my observation skills because I had to pay attention to details and monitor my surroundings carefully. Yes, I believe Call of Duty can help players improve certain English skills. The game contains a large amount of English vocabulary and menus, objectives, instructions, and dialogues. Players also improve their listening skill because they hear spoken English throughout the game. Repeated exposure to English conversation help developing listening comprehensions. Reading skill can improve because of players regularly read missions, descriptions, objectives, and game informations. Additionally, multiplayer communicate giving players opportunities to practice speaking in English with people from different countries. For example, while playing, I learned vocabulary related to teamwork, communicated strategies, directions, and problem solving. Although the game is not designed specifically as an educational tool, it can still provide meaningful opportunities for language learning. Does the game encourage teamwork and problem solving? My answer is yes. Many game modes require players to cooperate and communicate effectively. Success often depends on planning strategies, sharing information, and solving problems together. These experiences can help players develop collaborations and critical thinking skills that are useful beyond gaming. Would I recommend the game? Yes, I would definitely recommend Call of Duty. The game is entertaining, challenging, and engaging. It provided opportunities to develop skills such as teamwork, communication, strategies, thinking, decisions making. However, I would recommend playing responsibly and maintaining a healthy balance between gaming, studying, exercising, and spending time with family and friends. When playing, moderation, the game can be both enjoyable and beneficial. To conclude, Call of Duty is an exciting and well-designed game that combines action, teamwork, strategy, and problem solving. I rated my overall interest in the game 9 out of 10 because it is engaging gameplay, strong concept, and variety of challenges. The game theme is terrific. It is complexity provided, rewarding, challenging, and it is clear and structured. Instructions make it accessible to new players. I also learned valuable lessons about teamwork, communication, persistence, and decision making. Furthermore, I believe the game can support English language learning by exposing players to vocabulary, reading, listening, and communication opportunities. Overall, Call of Duty is a memorable gaming experience that I enjoyed and I would recommend to others. This is my level when I started playing, and that's my level now. I was 37 and now I became 39. And these are the words that I have learned from the game. There is plenty more of them you're going to learn if you played the game. Thank you all for listening to me.